Hello, hello. This is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you a deck tech for another Dragons in Modern deck I've been working on. Playing two cards that I've been wanting to play for a long time, and I just have not made the time for, or haven't found the time for. And those two cards are Sarkhan-Dragonhawk and Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest. So you'll recognize the typical 1 mana ramp into 3 mana ramp into 5 mana dragons that I've played in so many of my dragon decks. But in the 3 mana spot, we have, instead of Domri, we have Sarkhan Soul of Flame. 2/4 creature that makes all of our dragons cost 1 less. And when a dragon enters the battlefield, you can have Sarkhan become a copy of that dragon. So what that does is it allows us to play some non-hasty dragons, giving them a kind of haste, because when they enter the battlefield, they'll turn Sarkhan into themselves, allowing us to attack with that version of it the turn it comes into play. So we're playing the 4-drop spot at Sushi, the Blazing Sky, and the 5-drop, a card I'm really excited about, Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest. When it enters our attacks, we get to exile the top X cards of our library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. You can play those cards until your next end step. At the beginning of your next end step, Dragonhawk deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. So what we can do if we have Sarkhan out, turn 3, as early as turn 3, cast Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest. Have Sarkhan become a copy of it, stack our triggers so that this Dragonhawk sees this Dragonhawk now and itself, so we get 2 cards in exile. And then with the Sarkhan attack, get 2 more cards in exile, hit for 5, and then go to our end step and do a total of 8 damage on turn 3. So that's going to be a total of 13 damage on turn 3. That's the dream, at least. Otherwise, we're playing the 4-drop at Sushi just to fill out our curve, turn our Sarkhan into a 4/4 that if it dies gains value. Glorybringer, another dream, right? Sarkhan out on turn 2. Turn 3, Glorybringer, get 2 Glorybringers, 2 exert triggers, wipe their board, hit for 8. And then Goldspan Dragon. I'm going to try Goldspan Dragon out here because it gives us the treasure tokens, and with Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest, we're going to need as much mana as possible to cast the cards we exile if we want to. So having some treasure tokens out, having Sarkhan turn into it, attacking, gaining multiple treasures at each tap for 2 mana, may allow us to cast some things from exile if we have a Dragonhawk as well. Otherwise, it's the usual package, like I said. Delighted Halfling gets the nod over something like Grazer, which I've tried, or some other 1 mana dorks you could think of. Mainly because it allows us to cast Sarkhan on turn 2 because it's legendary clause. Otherwise, I've included Bone Crusher for a little bit of spot removal, Brotherhood's End to fight against what I'm assuming will be a lot of affinity decks after banning. Sideboard, we have our Rampaging Ferocidon to fight against Splinter Twin. We'll see how good it is. I really don't know. Blood Moon. It seems like Blood Moon, for a while, dropped off the radar as not really very good in Modern. I feel like it's coming back as a good card. Eldrazi, Tron, greedy mana bases are prevalent again in Modern. I feel like we can punish some people with Blood Moon. Witness Protection is solely in the deck to fight against the Frog. Rending Volley can also fight against the Frog, can fight against some other things that seem relevant. And then Soulless Jailer is a new card that I'm trying out. I feel like I'm being a little greedy with this one, trying to combine 2 graveyard hate cards, or 2 cards that hate against 2 strategies, into 1. So it allows us to combat Goryo's Vengeance as well as like Vengevine cards. We'll see how good it is, though. As always, sideboard's a work in progress. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I'll post some gameplay as I go along. I'm pretty excited to see some new dragons in action. Really excited to see Sarkhan Soul of Flame. Is he as good as Domri? I don't know. Domri's pretty good. I guess there's only one way to find out. As always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all in the next one.